You just got home from a date.
Door closes.
Shoes off.
You sit down.
And instead of relaxing, the replay begins. She laughed at that joke, but was it polite laughter? Her tone changed when I mentioned work. Did I talk too much? Did I text too soon after? Your brain turns into a full production studio. Slow motion replays.
Zoom-ins.
Director's commentary. You weren't on a date. You were collecting evidence. And here's your first shift. Overthinking feels productive, but it's just anxiety in disguise. It gives you the illusion of control. If you analyze enough, maybe you can prevent rejection. But rejection isn't prevented by post-game analysis. It's prevented by alignment. Now imagine this visually. You're lying in bed, phone in hand, reading her last message. You zoom in on one word. Sounds good. Not sounds good, smiling face with smiling eyes. You spiral. She added a period. Does the period mean distance? Relax. It's punctuation. Here's the second shift. When you overanalyze, you assume there are hidden meanings. But most of the time, there aren't. You're projecting your insecurity onto neutral behavior. And that projection creates tension the next time you see her. Because now you're guarded. Now you're trying to fix something that may not exist. Now you're less present. Now attraction drops. Not because she changed. Because you did. Now, let's zoom deeper. Why do you overthink? Because uncertainty makes you uncomfortable. You want to know where you stand. You want guarantees. You want clarity. But dating doesn't offer guarantees. It offers discovery. Overthinking is your attempt to predict the outcome. But here's the third shift. Presence creates attraction. Overthinking destroys presence. When you're in your head, you're not in the moment. And women feel that instantly. You think you're being thoughtful. She feels you being tight. Now, let's add humor. You say you're just reflecting. But you're running a mental documentary called How I Might Have Ruined Everything. Starring you. Directed by Insecurity. With a dramatic soundtrack. Meanwhile, she's probably brushing her teeth. Now here's something powerful. Overthinking does not increase your odds. It increases your anxiety. Anxiety leaks. In texts. In tone. In pacing. In eye contact. And that leak lowers polarity. Now imagine a different scene. You leave the date. Instead of replaying every word, you ask yourself one question. Did I enjoy her?
Not.
Did she enjoy me? That small shift changes everything. You move from approval-seeking to evaluation. That creates calm. Now, let's make this practical. After your next date, follow this simple rule. No replay for 24 hours.
None.
No tone analysis. No word breakdown.
No social media checking.
If you catch yourself spiraling, say, uncertainty is normal. And move your body.
Gym. Walk.
Call a friend. Disrupt the pattern. Second, if she doesn't reply immediately, don't fill the silence. Silence is not rejection. It's space. And space builds attraction. Now imagine the final scene. You're on a date. You're laughing. You're listening. You're not scanning for hidden signals. You're just there. That presence feels grounded. That grounded energy feels strong. And strength is magnetic. Here's the truth. Overthinking is fear of rejection disguised as strategy. But the men who feel most attractive are not the ones who analyze perfectly. They're the ones who remain steady under uncertainty. In the next video, I'll break down the subtle texting habits that trigger overthinking and how to reset your emotional rhythm. Subscribe if you're done living in your head. Watch the next video if you're ready to date from calm confidence. Because attraction isn't built in your thoughts. It's built in your presence. And presence starts now.